Hello everybody, welcome to the Friday MCN. We're going to get in some like really kind of interesting topics. We're going to talk about Morbius Stamps. We're going to be talking about the buff that never came in of the Russian-based character. We're also going to talk about game store interface because there was a bit of confusion around the video that I posted yesterday. We're also going to be talking about New York Comic Con announcements and this extension of extra daily crystals you get on a daily basis. So let's delve into it. So to kick off the video and let you know that New York Comic Con announcement for Marvel Contest of Champions is going to be happening at 3:30 PM ET or 12:30 PM PT. Now, I was hoping to do a live stream for this, but I've got an interview booked with Gabriel Frazera about who used to be the creative director for Marvel Contest of Champions, about some secret NPC champions of MCOC, and I really want to do that video, so I'm kind of do that one and then do some coverage of whatever was announced on the live stream. So that's what we're gonna hopefully do with that one. I'm really looking forward to it. You know, it's exciting. I don't know what's been announced at New York Comic Con. You know, you kind of think the CCP should know. No idea. So yeah, I don't know what it's going to be. I kind of think it might be a teaser Battleground Brawl, maybe a package of like video of something coming, the new Kabam original champion. Don't know, like we'll have to see what the crack is with that one, but I'm looking forward to covering it. So yeah, come back to the channel, keep notifications on if you haven't done already, and look for a video later on in the day. Now I've got to move on to daily crystals and getting them from the store. So whatever's happening with this one is good news. Like, I didn't think it'd be as much good news, and I thought this was a one-off, in that on a daily basis you're able to pick up a daily crystal. Well, you're able to pick up that in game already, Rich. You're absolutely right. So yeah, you're able to pick up a daily crystal. Daily Paragon crystals are good. Debatable if lower ones are going to be as helpful to you, but still, free is free when it comes to these daily crystals. But having opportunity to get twice as many is really important. Now, I used to do videos where I'd save up a bunch of these and open them and be like, oh, you know, this is great. But I've kind of gone away from those because it's just not that spicy anymore. But what's interesting is picking up more of them because they are spicy regardless. Not super spicy, but if you're looking to get tier 2 alpha, tier 5 basic, maybe even a 6-star. The other day I picked up a 6-star from these. Then look, for 7 being popped, I got 5k 6-star shards, 2 tier 2 alphas, and 1 tier 5 basic. Great. But if imagine I'm picking like that up more regularly, like opening up 7 is going to be literally 3 days plus going into the 4th day. That is a bit better than only having 4 or 3 to start off with. So this is really good. This extra little buff of adding this. And look, you do have to remember on a daily basis, I try and write a little kind of like note of schedule of things that I've got to do, whether or not I get to do them before I start work or kind of like on my lunch break. Like those are the times where I've got to go, okay, well, I've got to go and pick up my daily crystal. I've got to go and pick up my revive from the apothecary. Do the 22-hour solo event. You know, all those things are kind of fundamental to kind of a successful free-to-play, you know, and also AQ and AW, of course, and also everything else. Burn energy, you know, all important things. So, I think this is great. It looks like this is more of a thing to stay. I thought it was a one-off, but it's a continuation. So this is good news, and I think this is going to be very beneficial for a lot of players, especially if they progress on further, and as well, you know, picking up resource. And now we're going to move on to something where I think we just need to clarify or kind of get back to like why there's confusion around the store. Like the point to get to is store interface update. So I was a little flummoxed, as well as a lot of other people were, just going into the store and going, this store looks different. I like it. I like it a lot. But I didn't realize that this was a limited thing. So when I did the video that I put out yesterday, I of course would have covered it in a way of going, everybody gets this. But not everybody gets this. There are a lot of people that have got this, but there's a lot of people that have not got this. So I think this is like a scattered rollout of this store. So I don't know if this is like special like CTP treatment of stuff. Look, I didn't know. Like, Kabam haven't told anyone in the CCP we're doing a store update, or definitely not to my knowledge. I haven't kind of like seen anything to say to them saying like, oh, by the way, this is the new look store that you're going to be seeing. Do you want to cover it? But yeah, just to clarify what Kabam Mike had said about this, in a few minutes, which was obviously as of yesterday, many of you will be met with a brand new store page in game. This new layout streamlines how you interact with the store to better locate the sections you're looking for and monthly changes, except for prioritizing the spending elements, which are first in the list, of course. The update will be rolling out to summoners slowly over the course of the next 1 to 2 months, so don't worry if you don't get it right away. So that kind of like explains that in a nutshell as to like what the rollout will be from it. And it's like, yeah, as I said, I really like it. I think it's nice and clean. It's nice and smooth. I like the way that when you kind of click on stuff like consumables, it then drops down. And yeah, I like this on an iPad from a point of seeing everything. It is a case like you kind of like have to, because, you know, if you saw the video, I can't see very well at long distances, so it's short-sighted, whatever it is. So of course I've got glasses for that. So I kind of feel like I have to like put on glasses in order to kind of look at the kind of the long range kind of things. That's nasty reflection, and I mean, you tell I don't wear them quite so much on videos because it's just the reflection is just annoying when I look back on it. But yeah, it's an interesting one, isn't it? Next up, and let's move on to Morbius. It's morbing time. A lot of people are morbing everywhere, and that's disgusting, so clean up after yourself if you're going to do that. But for those that are picking up the champion from the stamps, there's some people that have been a little bit disappointed at it. Look, I don't spend in the game, so this is not something that affects me, and it's definitely one of these situations of going, look, you guaranteed your 7-star from a sort of low amount of purchase, I think it was for this, and was it worth it? Kind of. You just had to keep up to date with the offers. But of course, there are people that have been left disappointed with trying to kind of get Morbius from some of these offers. You know, is a good example. Is there not going to be an offer or unit deal for Morbius stamps? I took a break from the game the first month, and the Platinum Pass was added. I didn't get it. I'm one short. I would spend some crazy cash for the last stamp. So maybe Kabam could have made a bit of money from this one. So maybe it's on Kabam for this particular situation. And whether or not Kabam put any future deals out, I don't think they will. I've had many people reach out to me to say like, you know, oh, I'm missing a stamp. I would have liked to have got like an extra stamp. And like, yeah, I think Kabam wanted to get retention from players when it came to playing, like playing and spending. Oh, you play and you spend. Okay, well, you know, you got to play for a length of time and then spend. Obviously, I know a lot of people will kind of be like at times they want to delve in and out of the game, and it's tough. Like me, even taking a week off, I feel that you know, from a farming perspective in stuff in game as a non-spending player, free-to-play player, non-spending player, potato, that I end up being behind in certain elements. This is why I had to farm 1,000 units when I was on holiday, because it's like if I didn't do that, then it'd be a problem. But then I missed a part of doing battlegrounds as a result. So it's cause and effect, you know. These things happen. Taking time from the game is not always great. Yeah. Someone said it after the week is done. I think there'll be a secondary. I thought Kabam were doing another offer, but yeah, I believe it was for some kind of Nexus crystal, possibly Abyss Nexus. Yeah, I don't think so. Yeah, they would be mad to do an offer. It would defeat the point of how they rolled out, and would face massive backlash. Would it? Oh, I don't know. I mean, I don't spend, so this doesn't really affect me in any kind of shape or form. Yeah. Well, let's just skip to like what Kabam have got to say on it. Kabam Mike, of course. The font of knowledge. Hey there, unfortunately we have no plans to make the stamps available again in the future. You can still get Morbius through the regular methods after this month though. Spend your money on crystals. Grind excessively in arena. But you can't get the 7-star. That's basically what that was. Yeah, I don't know. I thought there was going to be a deal, but I guess there's no deal. No deal. Sounds like something out of Deal or No Deal. And now we end the show on the buff that never was. What is the buff that never was? Seems mystical, mythical. Well, it's all those things and above. So if you remember back not a long time ago, back a little while ago, you know, March 2022, and the world, well, I said the world was a very different place, but it was like, yeah, there was, if there's not one war going on, there's another. There was a delay of a champion. There was going to be a champion update, but due to world situations, which those world situations have not been resolved, it was not in good taste to, you know, market, promote, put front and center a character from a particular, well, background, country, whatever, that, you know, things aren't going so well and people can't get on, and countries and people can't get on as well. So yes. This note was put out in March 2020 to rebalance of Betsy Braddock and Mega Sentinel, saying basically, we regret to inform you that due to current real world events, we will be pulling a champion. We had planned an update for next month. We do not feel that celebrating this champion at this time is appropriate and is insensitive. And I digress to the point of going like, look, it was more than likely going to be a Russian-based character. Would it have been Red Guardian? Maybe. There was rumour that it could have been a Mega Sentinel. I could have a little joke here to say like it could be Rocket and Peter were not happy about it. Like, they ended up buffing in any case. Craven, Hercules. No, definitely not Hercules. Yeah, Rhino. Sorry, Rhino was definitely one of the other ones that was on the short list there. So it could have been a whole host of those. I'd say 3 champions: Red Guardian, Mega Red, or Rhino. But Rhino looks like it could have been more the likely one because it's just not like one of those champions that you go, do you know what? I really need to get, or I really need to use my 6-star Rhino. Do I actually have a 6-star Rhino? That's going to be a question. Yes, I do. I have a 6-star Rhino who is right down there. So I guess that's the kind of, you know, thought process with it. He's there because it is what it is. Could it have been any other? We just don't know. We just don't know. But yeah, it's actually never going to happen. We're never going to get that buff because Kabam Mike has shed some more light on the situation and said on the 11th, hey there, we have no plans to release this update for that champion at this time. It was built with certain Alliance Wars buffs and nodes in mind, but that content was also never released, so the buff isn't much of anything at the moment. I would expect to ever see this particular buff released. I wouldn't expect to ever see this particular buff released. Wow, okay. That's weird, isn't it? Like, this buff is basically, this champion buff has gone into limbo. Like, it's just gone into limbo. Like in purgatory. I say purgatory. Wow. That's kind of like reminds me of the days when we used to get secret champions of MCOC. Look out for my series, by the way. It is coming soon. I've got about 3 more videos to film, plus the ending interview podcasty thing with Gabe to end that series. So yeah, it's gonna be a good one. It's gonna be a banger of a series. I'm looking forward to getting it out. But when buffs go into the ether like this, it's like, will we ever get it? And it's scary. Like I don't know if I'd say 10 years. Or however long this conflict it goes on for. At the end of it, I just can't stand, like, you know, people that just, or, you know, countries and politicians and movements where it's like you can't find common ground to work with each other, and it's a two-way system. It's not about one side being stubborn. It's about both sides kind of like, you know, working together. But in any case, I hope we get it. I don't think we will, but if we did, it would take years to get this in, especially because the content is not going to be there to do it. But in any case, that has been the show for today. Look out for some coverage on this New York Comic Con announcement later on today, and of course some really interesting videos. Go and check out the community tab. We've got a couple of topics that are really, really important. I want to get people's feedback, thoughts, and also voting. Even though I've put like a poll for vote, do bear in mind I am interested as well, a lot more interested in the comment side of things, because it's down to your opinion, and that's what matters. So yeah, go and check out this potential exploit / good strategy for the Battlegrounds Season 12, or Battlegrounds in general, and also about being compensated for the changes to Act 6 restrictions. So go and get involved with that, and thanks very much for the support. As always, please go and check out some other content which is located on screen right now. I'll see you all soon. Much love and goodbye. Cheers everybody, and thanks for the love and support for those that support on Patreon, YouTube, and on Twitch. Cheers.